We've been together a long enough time. I think it's about time I showed you the rest of my room. Bienvenue, chez moi. This is the corner of my room you're most familiar with, but you do not get to see the full extent of it. The top, imagine that, of my bookcase. And that's the bottom where you usually see me. This is my quintessential grandmother project area, where I have my knitting, sewing, embroidery, all that type of stuff, paraphernalia. And then below that, you can't see it because the books are covering it, I keep all my CDs. This is my favorite area of the room, so it's where I usually am. I keep my violin case right here, and then obviously I have like a billion books, and then I have my guitar, amplifier, more books, another guitar. This is my desk, where I store school stuff, as opposed to my bed where I do school stuff. On top I have a lot of writing implements and postcards. I can't do this. Okay. The other side of my desk has, of course, yet even more books, and as we come along the corner here, you can see a castle. Imagine that. Closet, more books. Books are a general theme in my room, as you've probably come to notice. The book at the end of this wall is actually pretty important because it is the first thing that my brother sees when he walks out of his room. Out of sheer coincidence, it happens to be this one. I enjoyed this book, but if there was one thing I could change about it, it would be the cover art because it is terrifying. It is such a creepy thing to see in the middle of the night when you're lying in bed reading. Just see this demented yellow eye staring at you. For a while, my siblings had this game with each other where we would try to put it in the most disturbing areas possible, such as right next to your pillow so that you'll see it when you wake up. I wasn't even trying to put it here, but it just happened to come here because everything goes in alphabetical order. Consequently, this ended up here. And so this is the first thing my brother sees. He would complain because it used to be this book about George Bush, so he would always see George Bush's face. But I reckon he much prefers that over the likes of this. Moving on, there's my trash can, and then finally, more books. The last book should be The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, but my brother is currently borrowing that, so that's not here. On my dresser, I have a couple books that I sometimes pick up and read a couple pages of, otherwise known as the most pretentious collection of books that anyone could compile. Finally, there's my bed, the second best area of my room. I used to dislike having these boxes right here, but I realized that whenever I woke up in the middle of the night with a great idea, I could just take my pen and write it down directly on the box. Thank you for accompanying me on this adventure around ma chambre.